Hello, I am Algadio Fasuci from English Department in the Jakarta State University. Today, I'm going to talk about effective feedback using free technologies for students. Do you have any ideas why feedback is a crucial element in student learning and performance? Well, let me explain it to you. Feedback is information given to students in written or oral forms concerning their learning and performances. Those who provide feedback are assessors, and those who receive feedback are assessors. Its aim is to reduce the gap between students' current status of learning and their learning goals, as well as enable students to make more informed decisions about how they act on the feedback. However, not all feedback is effective. Even when feedback is well crafted to be effective, the feedback is ineffective unless students act upon it. The opportunities for multiple feedback and additional communication about feedback are limited in online courses due to difficulties in interacting between instructor and students, as well as among students. To overcome this issue, the study identifies the function of feedback and elaborates on the attributes of effective feedback. After that, it proposes effective feedback design for online courses through the use of 3 free technologies such as multimedia sharing, collaborative, and screencasting tools. Therefore, this research bridges the research gap by studying how to increase the opportunities for feedback from multiple sources and additional communication using free technologies. For the methodology, document analysis is being used for this research. To propose effective feedback design using free technologies, the study first reviewed empirical studies on the 3 representative technologies, namely VoiceThread for media sharing, Wiki for collaborative, and Jing for screencasting. Based on the review of the studies, it is constructed guidelines for effective feedback design by maximizing the affordances of each of the 3 types of technologies. To locate peer-reviewed empirical studies using the 3 types of technologies, the study searched several online databases including ERIC, SciInfo, and Academic Search Complete. Google Scholar, a website providing peer-reviewed articles, books, theses, and similar sources, are also used. There are several attributes determining the effectiveness of feedback. First, timing of feedback. It is determined based on the type of knowledge and skills to be acquired, as well as the level of task difficulty. Second, dialogue through feedback. To help students understand feedback, the responses need to be discussed between assessors and assessors. Dialogue about feedback can take place in face-to-face meetings and in virtual spaces created using various technologies. Third, sources of feedback. Feedback can be gathered from instructors, peers, and students themselves. When students provide feedback to their peers, their engagement in learning tasks increases. It is foster assessors' critical thinking skills and sense of responsibility, while for assessors, receiving feedback from multiple sources is conducive to their learning and performances. Fourth, student follow-up with feedback. To prompt students to use feedback, instructors can ask them to revise their work based on the feedback and resubmit the revised. For the results, multimedia sharing tools enable users to share multimedia products such as videos, presentations, slides, and images. VoiceThread is one of them. It can be used to first, craft multimedia feedback that is content-specific. Second, provide timely feedback. Third, enhance the dialogue through feedback. Fourth, solicit feedback from multiple sources. And fifth, to prompt students to follow up with feedback. Moreover, it also enables assessors to create multimedia feedback with texts, images, audios, and videos, which makes students feel connected, as well as serve a virtual space for feedback dialogues. Here is the example. According to this picture, it shows the second page of 3-page Word document entitled My Outline. Then we can also see the profile picture of one user, which helps the instructor recognize students easily. Moreover, there is a color marker that circles a particular part of the Word document. Lastly, there is a separate box which shows the comment that being played by VoiceThread. It is related to the circled part of the Word document. It seems that VoiceThread is interesting enough. However, this tool has a limitation where students have to play the whole video or audio feedback to look for a specific segment of the feedback. Next, collaborative tools facilitate collaboration. Wiki is such a tool that is commonly used. Wikis can improve the effectiveness of feedback by enabling timely feedback, feedback dialogue, feedback from multiple sources, and students follow up with feedback. Assessors and assessors can engage in feedback dialogue on wikis. Students can receive feedback from teachers and their peers. Moreover, students can also assess their own work on wikis. To encourage students to act upon feedback, instructors can ask students to post a summary of the changes they have made or post their revised work on wikis. In this way, instructors would be able to check if the feedback is used in students' revised work. Here is the example. Based on this picture, it can be seen that there are 5 comments which have been posted on the outline. Then, there's also appear the most recent comment. Next, on the bottom of the right side, we can see a block which shows the recent activity and who did the activity. However, this tool also has several limitations. Wiki can only show in the form of tag, and it is not content specific due to the lack of annotation function. Furthermore, screencasting tools capture what is on users' computer screens. Jing is a screencasting tool. By using Jing, instructors can use their computer to open the work they need to comment, and then use screencasting tools to record the feedback. Every activity on the screen is recorded, and instructors can also open external resources. Then, Jing can help produce audio-visual feedback and facilitate student follow-up with feedback. With Jing, assessors are able to create feedback in the form of a video that includes focal cues and even relevant document. Here, student follow-up with feedback can be enhanced through audio-visual feedback. Students have to understand feedback in order to use it. Here is the example. It can be seen that this is a screenshot of audio-visual feedback in the form of video. There is an error about APA style which highlighted in gray. To help the students to correct the error, the instructor opens a website containing APA style information shown by the screenshot on the right. Next, this part of the same audio-visual feedback shown by the screenshot on the left. The screenshot shows the website containing APA style information. However, Jing has several limitations. It is not in a timely manner and not able to facilitate feedback dialogue, as well as convenient enough to be used for peer assessment and self-assessment. In short, this study has proved that giving feedback using free technologies is effective for students, despite some limitation which these tools have. Moreover, both instructor and students need to take active roles in feedback process to enhance student learning and performance. So that's all. Thank you for your attention.